Hi guys, so I wanted to share with you a book review that I just read. Many of you know DancingRabbit. He's a part of the Pagan Perspective collaborative channel, and he also has a channel on YouTube as well. If you haven't already found him, look him up. I'll put a link to his channel in the description box. His book is called The Way of the Horned One, and it's a book that examines paganism through the lens of being a boy and a man and growing up as a boy. Which is very different. I'm sure you've seen all the books on feminism and female deity and the goddess within and all of this thing. And there are a couple of books that deal with truly masculine subjects. Christopher Penczak has done a lot of work in that area with Gay Witchcraft and Sons of the Goddess, both of which I own. But this is an extremely different look at being male and being pagan. This takes the approach of growing up, of learning from an early age into adolescence, into puberty, into adulthood. And I thought it was extremely, extremely interesting. And it's the type of book that I wish I had. And it's the type of book that, should I ever have sons, they will read. And, you know, as a young man being pagan and reading it, there was a lot of information that was useful to me or made me think, or just felt really good to finally read in some way, you know, and to see that information being put out there. But also, as a man who one day hopes to have children, to have sons, it was a great book to read, to get inspiration on subjects that I want to discuss with my sons. If you notice, this video is entitled Boyism, and it comes from a story that he opens the book with. Basically, he was in Sunday school, and they had been learning a lot about feminism and female and respect for the feminism and stuff, and the question was asked, well, you know, this feminism stuff is all great and all, but what about Boyism? When did we learn about that? And I thought that was really a funny little story to start off, and it's something that really stuck with me, Boyism. I really, really enjoy that this book takes an honest, unashamed look at what it is to grow up as a boy. In Western society, we often ignore masculinity. We often ignore the challenges of growing up as a male. Females experience menstruation and their period cycle and things like that, and that's a very sort of public thing. You know, we have books on it, we have all this kind of thing, but we don't often look at the ins and outs of puberty for a man. And coming into sexuality and coming into society, coming into, you know, all these different things, even the mundane things, you know, with growing up and growing hair and smelling differently and all those types of things that most people don't discuss, or at least my father didn't discuss with me. My family didn't discuss with me. It wasn't something that you discussed. Men are just expected to grow up and, yeah, one day you're a man. And this book really delves into that and explains in a way that is understandable to a young mind what will happen, what could happen, what to expect, ways to cope with what's happening. One really fantastic thing about this book is that it not only delves into the spiritual, but also the mundane and the practical as well. And I think that this balance of the spiritual and the practical and the mundane, and integrating all of those, definitely helps to create a well-rounded person. I personally really enjoyed the fact that it approaches sexuality and the development of sexuality in a very, very honest way, in an age-appropriate and honest way, explaining that it's a very personal thing. You know, there are anecdotes, there's stories, there's, you know, it's just a very, very great tool for anyone who is a young pagan man, was a young pagan man, will raise a young pagan man, or honestly will raise a son at all. I think everyone should read this book. I was really inspired by it. 5 stars in my book. So definitely look it up. I'll put a link down in the description to the Amazon site. I'm not sure yet if it's available. I know it's published in the UK. However, if you can get your hands on a copy, definitely do. It was really a phenomenal read. I'm about 10 pages out from the end of the book, but I was reading on the way home today. I have the PDF version. I was reading it on my iPhone, and just walking home after reading the bulk of the book, just really felt inspired to get on here and do a video and talk about how much I really enjoyed this book. So support Dancing Rabbit, support independent pagan artists, support writing for men in the craft, support this overlooked population of pagans. So I hope you guys will get out there. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.